understand what vibrato, what other word, do you remember what I tell you, what other word does vibra sound like? Vibrate, vibration. So vibrato really is the vibration of a note once it's held for more than one beat. I call it the heartbeat of a note. If your heart stops, what happens to you?
You die.
You dead, you die, that's it. So a note without some kind of movement is a dead sounding note to the human ear because sound actually travels in waves, okay? So the human voice, sometimes some kids are born with what we call flatline tones. They have no movement. Once they land, oh, they kill the note. Sometimes they have too much. They sound like a submachine gun or a billy goat, okay? But the object is that every level of note has a different heartbeat. So when you run, your heart beats faster. When you lay down, your heart beats slower. The human voice is the same thing. As you're thinking high, the vocal cords get tighter together, so it's like a balloon until it flutters out. As I release the pressure and the tone gets lower, the pitch gets lower. It's the same with what we're doing. So when you get to your high tones, we have to use what for support, Robert?
Diaphragm.
The diaphragm. Our tongue has to be nice and flat, the tip of the tongue touching the gum line and teeth at the same time. Some kids have a tendency of pulling their tongue back, which creates a hump in the mouth. So the tone coming from the vocal cords hits the back of the tongue, slides up right into the nasal cavity. So if I were to pull my tongue back, here, I sound very nasal. Now watch what happens. I'll start nasal, but then I'll make believe my hand is my tongue and I'll flatten it. Watch what happens to my tone. Here. Which part sounded better, the beginning or the end?
End.
The end, okay, because my tongue was out of the way of the tone. So what you learn to do is that the obstacles in our mouth, we have to make our mouth seem like almost like a megaphone. The rounder our mouth is, the more circular it is. Some people have a deep palate, some have a flat palate. Our object is to get our mouth as wide as we can. That's the bell of our megaphone. In a megaphone, it comes down to a little mouthpiece. The vocal cords are our mouthpiece. This is the bell. Wider, the wider the tone. The more shallow the tone. So all you people at home that are watching me, keep your tongue nice and flat, keep your mouth nice and wide, pull your diaphragm wall in and support that note, and just maybe someday you'll be in standing ovation 2, 3, 4, or 5 along with these young kids. Let's pick it up from where we left it off.
Let's take control. Let's make the most to reach our goal.